everybody, good afternoon. Welcome back to my channel, Moments with Meci. My hair wrap looks kind of crooked. There we go. Welcome back, everybody. Good afternoon. Today is March 6th, Friday, March 6th. Today I am 27 weeks and 5 days, 6 days, 27 weeks and 6 days. So tomorrow on Saturday, I will be 28 weeks. I will officially be 7 months pregnant. Wait, 2 months to go. Time is definitely winding down to the finish line. So earlier this week, I think it was Monday, I recorded. I did my 24-week, 25-week update. And I was going to do my 26-week update following that. But I had an appointment, a prenatal appointment yesterday on Thursday. So when I thought about it, I was like, I might as well just wait and combine the two so I can go ahead and get that out of the way. That way I can go ahead and do my ER visit video for you all this weekend. So I'm going to go ahead and jump straight into it. So on this video, I will be giving my 26-week update and my 27-week update. Since 27 weeks is basically up, I'll be 28 weeks tomorrow. So getting started, at 27 weeks, I started becoming forgetful. So like an example, like I was fixing Zion's lunch, and I use these like Tupperware containers to put his sandwiches in. And so I was fixing his lunch, and when I'm done, I'm looking for the top for the container, and I can't find the top for the container. And then it hit my head. I was like, did you throw it away, Carmesia? Because I had threw some other stuff away. And sure enough, I looked in the trash can, the top of his container was there. Fixing stuff, like I took a Hot Pocket out the freezer to fix for him. Not knowing that it was sitting on the counter and that I had already took it out. So I went and took another one out and cooked it. After I cooked that one, turned around and looked, and there's another Hot Pocket sitting on the counter. Or just like little stuff that I needed or should have had, like I was just forgetting. Like if I had already done something, I was forgetting that I had done it. Or like cooking, like I would set the microwave for a shorter time than I intended to. So if I needed to set it for like, for instance, for like 10 minutes, 3 minutes or something like that, it'll go off real quick and I'll be like, how many minutes did I set it for? And maybe I only set it for like 10 seconds or something like that, or 3 seconds instead of 3 minutes. Just like little silly stuff. I could feel, since of course I have a child already and I breastfed with Zion. So I know the feeling of when like milk is letting down. So like at 26 weeks, I had that feeling of like my milk letting down, as though like my milk is starting to come in, or the colostrum, which is the liquid gold, as we call it in the pregnancy world, mother world, that the babies drink when they're first born. But I could feel that sensation multiple times, as though there was like milk dropping in my boobs. At 26 weeks, my appetite also decreased, which was really weird. So I was only eating like small portion meals. I wasn't snackish at all. I would eat like, for instance, if I went to a fast food restaurant from Wendy's, I would get like a 4-piece nugget and a small fry. And that would fill me up and I would be good. Like if I ate that for dinner and I hadn't eaten lunch since, let's say, 12 o'clock with one snack in between, like I was good for the rest of the night with that. And even though my appetite decreased, weirdly, I started to crave sugar a lot, sweets. So I wanted like candy and ice cream, which at the beginning of my pregnancy, I always kept ice cream in the house. But I stopped to try to, you know, like slow down on eating sweets. And then I got to the point where I really wasn't wanting it like that anymore. But at 26 weeks, I wanted sweets. Like I wanted candy, I wanted cake, I wanted pies, I wanted cookies, I wanted ice cream. I wanted anything that you could think of that was sweet. I wanted drinks. I remember me and Zion, he had like this relay race fundraiser at his school, and so for celebrating, we went and bought some ice cream, and that was the first time I had bought ice cream since I was probably like, I want to say 21 weeks, probably 21 weeks, and we made ice cream sundaes, and of course with the toppings and all of that, and yeah, I just kind of went overboard, and I still had the vivid dreams, and I started to have itchiness to my stomach, and I had a lack of discharge. So if you've watched my videos before and you're familiar, discharge is something that has been an annoying, constant symptom of my pregnancy this go around. With Zion, I did not have that at all. Didn't even know that it was a symptom of pregnancy. I started having it early in the beginning after the bleeding stopped, when I found out I was pregnant and thought that I had that ectopic pregnancy. And from that point, like, it's just been constant, excessive, and annoying. And so ever since I went to the ER, which I mentioned to you all in my last video, and they gave me the medicine, surprisingly, I have not had discharge. And I will explain to y'all in my next video my reasonings on why I believe that my discharge has stopped, why I believe that it was not a pregnancy symptom for myself in general, just because since I've gone to the doctor and received medicine, it's completely gone. So stay tuned for that video that will be coming up next. And that was basically my 26 weeks. So moving on to 27 weeks, I started to have lower back pressure again and lower right back pressure. So like on the sides, on my right side, I started to feel pressure, and it was like a constant pressure throughout the day and in my lower back. So I'm back to using my heating pad. I really popped like during that transitional period when I turned a new week on Saturday. Like that weekend, I had a lot of growing pains, and I like woke up Monday morning and just looking in the mirror, I was like, dang girl, you done got big. Like baby has definitely like popped out, and it's being known now. Even when I like me and my neighbors speak every morning walking out, and that Monday, or no, I think that's Sunday night when I walked outside, they were like, hey, we expecting? And I was like, yeah. And it was like, congratulations. And I'm like, yeah, I'm 7 months, and you just not. Well, I'm not 7 months yet, but I'm like, I'm 6 months, and you just not saying I'm pregnant. But you really couldn't tell, like, if somebody was probably standing in front of me talking, like, you just really probably couldn't tell that I was pregnant because I was still so small. But now, my baby is definitely making themselves known, like, hey, I'm here. Like I stated, about 26 weeks that it was a lack of discharge. By this week, discharge is, like, basically gone. I had really visible movement with jelly bean like popping. So like how my hand is twitching right now, it's like how my stomach could be moving. And right now the baby is actually right here, like pushing. I don't think y'all can see it on camera. But most of the time when the baby moves, it's like jelly bean like popping. Like it's weird, kind of like seizure like movements. It's kind of weird compared to what I'm used to from when I was pregnant with Zion. They know I'm talking about them. They keep moving around. I had a sugar high spell, so I really think that my my blood sugar levels were high from when me and Zion ate. Well, for one, that whole week of me going crazy with sweets, and then for me and Zion eating those Sundays, I went overboard. And then Sunday morning or Sunday morning, I woke up, and at 10:30 I was eating a bowl of ice cream, y'all. At 10:30 in the morning, like sitting there, and while I'm eating, I'm like, Meci, this is ridiculous. Like, why are you sitting here eating a bowl of ice cream at 10:30 in the morning? And then a little bit after that, I say like maybe an hour after that, I was using the bathroom, and I started to get real lightheaded. I got overheated, kind of like those vertigo symptoms I told y'all I had when I was pregnant with Zion. And like when I was sick and had whatever going on with me at 12 weeks before I turned 13 weeks. Like, I got overheated. I just basically had to like lay on the bathroom floor. Zion went and got me some water, and then I just had to lay there for a little bit. And then when I finally got up, I just had to go lay in the bed, and I was in the bed for like 2 hours, and my head was hurting, and I was like, yeah, Carmisi, you tripping with the sugar. And I had just told my grandma the day before, like, I'm overdoing it with the sugar. And the crazy thing about it, my glucose test was the following week, which was this week. So at my doctor's appointment yesterday, I had my glucose test. So I'm like, how you having all these sugar cravings the week before you supposed to have your glucose test? Like, I mean, I've had a crazy sweet tooth in the past to the point where, like, in my fitness journey, I just stopped buying sweets for the house, period. So if I have something sweet, it's very, very random. So I was just like, Carmisia, you tripping. But I eventually felt better and was able, you know, to go about my day. While all of that was going on, it was weird. I didn't have ringing in my ear. But if you're familiar with like the white noise sound, like if you're changing the channels of a station and it doesn't work, I had that sound in my ear, like it would constantly come and go. So that was kind of weird, and I actually forgot to mention that to my doctor yesterday. But I haven't had it since. I just went cold turkey with the sugar and was like, after that, like, you tripping, Carmisia. Baby want it, but we gotta calm it down. Let's see. So last thing about 27 weeks, I had my prenatal appointment, which was yesterday at 27 weeks and 5 days. I had my glucose testing, which a glucose test, it just checks for gestational diabetes. They give you a sugary drink that you drink just to make sure that your body can tolerate the sugars and process it correctly. So you drink the drink, and within an hour's time of you drinking the drink, they draw your blood for that test. It was really weird because the nurses and the doctors, which I done told y'all I've been looking for the doctor, but the nurses and doctors were telling me I didn't need a fast and just make sure I don't eat anything an hour before drinking a drink. But when I was pregnant with Zion, they made me fast and stop eating and drinking at midnight. So I follow those same rules that I did with Zion. So at midnight on Wednesday night, like after that time, I wasn't eating or drinking anything. So the only thing I had that morning was the drink. Went in, got the test done, and those test results should be coming back. I pray to God, you know, everything comes back fine, and that this little sugar spell that I had going on didn't, you know, affect anything and, you know, cause any issues with that. My weight was 155, so I have gained, what was I? No, my weight was not 155. My weight was 157, and I was 155 in my last prenatal appointment a month ago. So I've gained 2 pounds since my last appointment. So at this rate, like throughout my pregnancy, it's kind of been like I've been gaining 2 to 3 pounds every month. It started out with like 1 pound, then it went like to 2 to 3 pounds every month. Which my beginning weight was 140. Yeah, 140. Wait, is that right? Was my beginning weight 140? I think so, y'all. It was 142 actually. At my 8-week appointment, my first prenatal appointment, my starting weight was 142, and I gained 1 pound in the first trimester. So yeah, from 142 to 143. All they did at that appointment, other than the normal check my urine, talk to me, was they listened to the baby's heartbeat, and the baby's heartbeat was in the 140s, 143 to be exact. And then now I will start going to be seen for my prenatal appointments every 2 weeks instead of every month. And then once I turn, I believe she said 36 weeks, 32 or 36 weeks, I believe she said, I will start going every week for my prenatal appointments. So that was that for my 26 and 27 week update. After that appointment, I talked to the doctor about some stuff like concerning me because it was her first time being back since she's been out from her pregnancy. She had her baby in January, but I was talking to her about some stuff that had concerned me that I had spoke with her about prior to, and yeah, I just was really annoyed after I left. I was annoyed and emotional, and I went and started looking into other places. I checked out a birthing center, but they don't accept my insurance. So until next time, guys, peace and love.